This is hopefully working and probably live. It never is live the first time. We shall see. But we're trying some stream things. Specifically Pokermon as well, to make it way more complicated right from the start. Because I don't really know this mod at all. I've done, I think, 6 or 7 runs. We are on for a straight instantly, which is nice. I have a seed with some interesting things that we can maybe turn into something nice and spicy. And now where do we have things? I know we have things in packs. I don't know where we have what. Because there aren't any seeds to look up. A re-triggering dude is nice. It's only the first hand. Still quite a good start. Do we want a random card as well? Sure, let's just go diamonds. Why not? So what do we even want to play here? I know we have a Metagross, whatever he's called. Like, there's a lot of Pokemon I don't know anything about, so we shall see how well this goes. But they don't work like they do in the games anyway. It doesn't matter if I know the actual Pokemon games or not. This guy, cash is good. This is also cash, which we can re-trigger with that. We have an instant combo. I can't afford both, that's a shame. I should have not bought the card, is what I'm saying. Are we going to save scum and go back to the start in round 2? Yes, why not? It's not like there's a big loss. New run. Where do we have the seed? So I know there's a lot of cool things in the seed. Can we find them and make use of them? Less likely. But we can at least try. Don't buy the card pack. Save for the cool guys. Chat is not working. It says live. But I literally don't know, because there's been multiple times before where this has not worked. So we'll see. I need to get used to streaming anyway, so it kind of is what it is for now. Will be better over time. The only way to get better at streaming is to actually stream. Practice the streaming. So what did we have? We had a straight here as well, so for whatever reason, I always draw a lot of straights. Seems quite reliable. Although we don't want 2 kings in here. We don't have the flush. We don't have seance anyway, so we don't need the straight flush. It does nothing at this point in time other than a big cool score. So now we can afford a cash man. We get 15 bucks if we spend 5, and we are at the boss, so that seems fine. And this hand size is always nice. Don't know how many ectoplasms or whatever we can find in here. This is all I had written down for until 1 anyway. 2s, 3s and kings. Now we don't have any ship things, which is a shame. I could have kept the 2 and I would have had a house. But we can maybe get a house with kings involved, as I'm just gonna play the aces, because this guy is still only for the first hand, so. But this should work, right? We get... Yeah, that counts as 6 times, and we get some cash. Nice, because we need cash to make anything work. And that guy was supposed to explode and give me even more cash. So I know we have an item thing here. I think steel card's nice. 3 is the kind of card that he wants. That's cool. Very, very advanced combos at this point in time. I guess we should also... I mean, I have nothing for score. If we can find anything ship related, that would be cool. First 2 discarded cards become seed cards. Wait, so I need to keep this guy for 3 rounds without discarding anything else he's going to explode? Or do we just want a starter? It's like the Pokemon that explodes. So I cannot throw away a single card. We don't have anything for cash. Or do we just throw away and get some flower cards? Just gonna do that, and he can just explode. Yep, that's... what a guy. I'm gonna throw away all the queens because I want cash. This is literally the perfect hand with this guy, and we have this in here for the item card. Okay, things are working. And we also have an evolution because we retriggers them so it's faster for him to evolve. More cash. Even more retriggers for even more cash. I mean, we could have had worse starts. I also really want to see what's in here. The actual, like, mod specific things. So finding energy for the things that you actually have, I'm assuming is hard. Discarding more than 4 cards discards even more cards. Not the worst effect. Do we want to just... because we're looking for... I don't remember what the first evolution is called even, but the one what becomes Metagross at some point in the future maybe. Okay, so I can throw 4, they will get... okay, so it's actually not the worst thing to throw away. Throw away these to like gain multiplier. You can just have that banked for the future. We can throw away some more cards. Is the music going to loop? It should loop. Else we have a problem. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Can we find one more king? We have... actually, we have this setup. We don't need that. And you only reactivate 3 cards, so I guess we're doing it this way. Shouldn't matter at this point. But we can print some cash. Only 3 more for him to evolve. And we get a card. And this guy is going to evolve. And this guy soon. Right. Do we want this guy? Like destroy jokers? And gain multiplier on plasma deck? And also specifically we want to nuke rares. So I did have this in last time, but I don't think he actually helps. Like I don't have that much room to work with. So let's just fish for something else. So if I do... that will remove the flower thing, right? And we can have flowers for cash. How about we just do this? Because one of them is going to be destroyed. It was a queen, of course, which I wanted to turn into a king or an ace for later. We can do this, though. Have more ace is more good. Because I do know I need them. I think we find the guy in the next... aren't they? Free cash, pretty good. So do I want to dig for... I think we just save the cash. Like, we know we need to... can have a ship guy. Sure, that's probably not the worst. I could have bought the voucher as well. But the problem with this guy is that we are kind of... I mean, we're not all in on the first hand, but... the first hand... we get double. So we really want to have the kings and the 3s or whatever for this guy. Or the 2s now to sync with Bellsprout also. Kinda don't want him to throw just random cards. It's going to be annoying. Okay, we could play... I don't want to play 4 aces though. Because I want to have this for the item thing. I mean, it's unlikely that we get to play anything else, but if we have 2 2s, extremely unlikely, but we get some cash. We don't. But we can still run through, upgrade the card, print some things, get some score. Get this guy. We can go down and ante instantly, that also seems nice. But do we want to roll in this shop? I think we do want to roll in this shop and not the previous one. I have literally no idea. We could throw this, you see what he becomes as well. Because this we could start making flush some description. And the multiplier shouldn't be a problem now. Just fish for a card, see if we can find something useful. Twos are cool. You work with twos. Cash, more vouchers. Okay, so the aces are nice, we want them for later. The eights are upgraded, which is cool. You could also just skip this because it's already a bit slow. Mult cards. Again, do we want to risk nuking an ace? I don't know. Do I just play 4 aces? Like, they're not bad, but I want the cash. Yes, we can do this. You will reactivate. Do we want to roll, like, an extra on these? Surely seems good to get the evolved cards, and we might as well just have the multiplier in. Just why not? We can evolve that guy. We can create a cool flower card. Get all this. Is that enough to just have a wild card with that? Because that's also nice. More grass jokers. So we have at least one. It's a start. It's some kind of... That's the guy we want. So do we throw you? Because I don't think we really care about multiplier for now. This can be used to drain... Spoon is nice because we can find... I know I need to keep a linking cord, for example. Well, I don't have to, but it's going to be useful. Let's just use this. We could gamble on the ball. I have no memory of what that ends up being. You get a club to just smack some ships on a card. I'm finding energy for... I mean, we could make a fairy guy, but then we don't... Can't go. I'm just gonna bring this because it's just a nice mechanic. You can bring a thing. I do kind of want this as well, though. Just very useful. How deep are we in this one? Dragon, a Voltorb. Let's just check the cards. They're not that expensive. Retrigger is cool. I want to find whatever the seal is called where you get energy things, because that's how you boost the Pokemon nerds. Now we can throw away as many cards as we want. You want even cards, you want aces or 4 of a kind. He wants 2s, 3s and kings. We now have a... But like any ace with 2s and 3s or kings, that's easy enough to play, right? You just sack everything else. Probably have extra kings also. Like this is a good enough blend, right? We get 2 aces. We also re-trigger the flower ace. Do we just do like... We have 1 more flower in here. We could just play... Does he gain double? But I need the cash, so I was like... We always need all the things. That's the kind of the whole problem going on here. So that only became a flower card now. I didn't have all the 4 suits anyway. Starter tag. We have a lot of cash, like I should really look for something. I get the copy on the devil. We can make gold cards, but I don't know if we... Do we want gold cards in this? I have no idea. It's just so much harder to play. What do we want? I have no idea. We'll just take whatever we find. More mold cards, a steel card. Also, you're already metal. So it doesn't matter if we have, like, we do this. I can't beans. Because that's like the main thing I've done horrendously wrong in this so far, is that we just... By we, I mean me. But I just do things that I don't know what they do. We end up with like a metal octopus. Just gonna have a bad time. I mean, I want to use the Emperor, but we don't have room. I kind of just want to sell that and see what's in the ball. Let's just make a steel ace. It's going to be useful. I guess we buy this. For more shop digging, more cash making, all the cool things. Aces and 4 of a kind. One of these days I will learn. This doesn't count for jokers either, I'm fairly certain, but we can play 2 of those in the 2s, or this is better, right? That's an actual hand. We don't really have... I mean, I wish we had some card upgrades more than just the, like the flower thing is cool, but we have no extra ships, we have nothing on the cards. Okay, there was a problem. Stream was on private. Thank you, YouTube. Now we should be live on the internet. It's nice. We have a card thing. We're doing Pokemon stuff. We have this guy. But we have the main guy I was looking for, which is this guy. So we need aces and stuff. We need to play 4 of a kind. We need to find some cool things that do stuff. We need something for score. Even like, we can really only play the 2s, but if they are plus, that's more than anything else anyway, so that's not the worst deal in history. Should also check all the packs. So hazards are a thing. I need to do a build around that at some point, but for now that's just more things that make things this very complicated in a mod I already don't really know. We have kind of nothing we can do. We have slightly more hearts. We might as well just like invest in some kind of card. Not finding much I can do to the cards though, which is not the best. But we have the nice like retrigger combo in these 2 guys. This is a cash guy, this is a ship guy. But we need to also play... I could play the 3 5s, but they don't work with this guy, so... This is really what makes this game complicated, I guess. You want to play around all the things that you don't have. So let's just ignore the 3s. We want to try the 2s with this guy. We have 2 aces and the 2s, that works with everything. So maybe that will just have to be good enough. I think it will have to be enough. Oh, an actual viewer, very cool. Welcome. I need to learn this whole streaming thing. So I figured let's make it extra complicated with the mod. 2 viewers, wow. Super cool. It's already 2 more than I expected. We actually have an energy thing. These literally never show up. Boost the guy. 4.8 ships instead of 4. Very nice. But the only thing going well so far is the cash. That's just a lot of stuff that I don't know what it does. But I found a cool seed with this guy. There's a Mewtwo, there's a... whatever he's called. Dunsparce, a Porygon, all sorts of cool Pokemon that I got tips about that they should be nice and interesting. Let's just energize this, because we can evolve him quicker if we just make him better. I don't think any of these really matter. For now, anyway. We have a backup ball also if we want to get rid of something and just gamble. I do want to have some ship cards because we are on Plasma deck. We are playing 2s for cash. So that seems fine to me. And we just need to survive and dig up all the fancy things. Can make more energy. But I might need this for something else. But you want aces, right. It's a shame to throw away all the tens, but we have other cards we need to play. For many reasons that I don't remember. So do any of you guys know anything about Pokemon? The mod, not the game. Actually, that's not gonna play anyway, it doesn't matter, right? So, like, I know how the base game works sometimes. Cool, so we are on the same level. I think I've done like 7 runs. It's a whole set of like a couple of 100 jokers that do various things. This guy has spectral cards. We can also evolve him with a thing that I don't have. Mod or normal game, right? I think I have played some of the Pokemons, but it's like 1,000 years ago, so I'm gonna go with 0 knowledge on that too. Cash is nice. More cash is more good. Could make another king, another ace for that maybe. Even though they aren't any kind of special ace, it's still better than having nothing. Because this guy should go into some kind of one-of-a-kind build that has the potential to hit a nice and cool big score. Delete some cards as well is always nice. Manage the deck. Do we want Spectral Cardman instead of Weeping Bull? But nothing else does anything for score, so I think we will need this guy. It's like one of the main things I do wrong as well. Just go all in on some kind of wacky build. Ignore everything that scores and just explode. As you do. So what was this again? All the 4 suits. 4+ suits. Do we have a 5th suit in Pokemon? Apparently we do. These are good for cash. They are not good for this guy. But cash is nice. And there is no way I can do... Well, I can't do the 4th suit because it's debuffed, right? We don't have... Or does this work? Does that count? But then I don't have the flower cards, so that doesn't matter. I'm trying to do a live, yes, that's been in the plans for a long time. Do I actually want to play? I mean, it's just... Get me another ace, no. I want to re-trigger the 3s for more cash. You're looking at some Pokemon madness. We have this guy re-triggers everything on the first hand. That guy re-triggers 3 cards, then he's lazy, he's done. This is a cash guy. This is a ship guy. This is a ship guy that will evolve into some spicy cool guy. I also don't really know what I'm looking at. That's kind of the whole point here. I do know we need this, because there are... Like someone on Discord, I don't know what their YouTube name is, but they're called K in the Discord if you're in there. Gave me like a nice, cool list of things that do stuff in Pokemon. And I know some of them are in this seed. I don't really know what they do. So it's a like half-blind explore thing. See if we can boost this guy into space. Glass cards are always good. Do I just throw this or do we throw away the rat like... Because I need this. I think we just throw this honestly because that guy actually helps me score. Death card I also really want, but... I mean we could just do this, right? So energy cards make them better. We go from 5.6 ships to 6.4. Wow. It's a bigger number. It's pretty cool. So we still have you, we still need the even cards, but we need aces, we need 2s, 3s, or kings. Everything else is kinda eh. For now at least. And I could play this now because I don't have room for an item card anyway. Let's just see if we can re-trigger the lucky card for some cash also. Oh yeah, we had all the four suits as well. So there are new card upgrades. There are, I don't know how many 100 new jokers. It's too complicated for me to understand as well. By a long shot. Maybe, I mean, over time we can learn, right? Same like the base game. I had literally no idea how that worked in the beginning either. This can boost the Joker, but it's worse. You don't have an effect that can be boosted. You just drain some cash out of the dudes. Seems like a good trade to me. I'm sure that's a horrible way to do things. You also can't be boosted. That's a shame. Thank you. I will try to have a stream at all. More glass cards is more good. Evolve a guy. We need a leaf stone, that's not the right one. And you just need ships. Okay, cool. We can do that. We can make another ace. So they kind of want the threes, we don't need the jacks. And then we can... Because we can just grab things and bring them along here. So we could, again, we can gamble on another guy. Or we could just bring some glass cards. And we can make more of the same. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Just make more flush with hearts. Which is worse for the flower card. Instantly realizing that's a bad move. Is this thing. 3 multiplier if we have all the suits. We have 2 re-triggers, so that's pretty cool. If we still had all the suits on our aces. Which we now don't. King is the good with you. Glass card will score. Just to get all of them, let's make some glass cards also, why not? Guessing they are just going to explode now that we don't need them. I could have played... I mean, it's better to re-trigger the multipliers later, but the rat only re-triggers the first 3 cards. So really position 2 and 3, I guess, is the what we want. That was a big number. This guy is also kind of cool. Buy a guy that will destroy himself to make a negative guy. And if we have glass cards, we don't need ship man. So this seems like a good investment. It's basically a free negative. We want to slap a rock on a rock card to make it a better rock card. I did that last time. Should also check the notes. I think that's the only thing in here that I can remember. I played this seed once to like ante 8. I am playing some houses with all the aces that we have. We have 9. Really need to boost this 10 to an ace so we have a re-trigger as well. Would be nice to remember. And I think this guy, when evolved, is a 4 of a kind build. So that's also good to keep in mind. We don't have a fire dude. I mean, planet cards are good, but do I want to just blow all my cash on random energy? We can boost this guy, that's good. So that would be more cash. 2.2 bucks. Not the biggest number I could imagine. Okay, we have aces. Could again play a house with some of these cards. But do I want to just dig for... I think I still want to just dig for the... Or we just play 4 of a kind, because if we want to scale this guy, surely we want to do that earlier. And if I play 4 of a kind and aces, I'm assuming he gets double value, so that seems reasonable. Sadly, we don't have the... Do I have a... an ace of the other suit, I don't. So we can't get that to work anyway. It's a bit of a shame, but we might as well gamble on something more interesting. So then we stick you here. And this should work, maybe. Big 11 ships. $49.6 out of 50, perfect. What a guy. Just evolve and be better. I need all the help I can get. So here I think we have something interesting as well, but I think it's also a bit of a problem. Because there might be a soul in here, and there is. Okay, so who do we want to throw out for a random legendary? Is it just a rat? Do we need double retrigger? I want more retriggers. But I want to keep the cash. The octopus, he only works on the first hand, but still he retriggers all the cards. And we will get a negative soon, hopefully. I'm gonna sack the rat. I think he's also easier to get back. We have, wow, a cool Catman. A psychic Catman. Create a disco dupe of the leftmost joker and energize that. Okay, cool. So something that can be energized, like you, for example. You can't. You are already energized. I mean, that's interesting. I'm not gonna roll into a boss straight away, but... But it's even better if we can evolve this guy. 1 in 6 chance to explode. But if he lives, we can turn him into Gengar, I have no idea how to pronounce a single Pokemon. But then he will actually just stick around. And we will have... I mean, Steel Card is better, but we can... More cash is more good. Always more good. But we can literally just have this guy sit in the stack and make negatives. Which seems insanely strong. But it's just random chance, the same chance as a banana. If we get to keep him and do some things. Okay, now we can play something more interesting, because we can play 3 aces for you. And we can still play kings for this guy, make some cash. We can still reactivate them. This just seems insane to just play all the glass cards. We just do this instead. Oh, we don't have the rat anymore, so it doesn't matter. They will all retrigger. Now we finally evolve the guy. Make some big cash. And we get a negative. Also licked by a ghost. These guys can also mega evolve, like this is beyond my Pokemon knowledge. I'm not gonna be playing high cards. This is nice. But this also, he landed the exact same thing last time, so that's good to know. We could now bring something random. I mean, ships is nice. Just get him, whatever, like a random spider. A ship spider. I think you more than took it right, so we need more aces. So deleting cards that are not aces, making more aces, very important. I can totally maybe remember that. You are closer to an 8, but to an ace. The planet cards are also cool. Okay, we need a sacrificial jokers. But that's nice, we can just get a copy of something. So I guess the spider will become another octopus, maybe. More retriggers. Seems interesting. Okay, we have the aces, we have the 2s. I still think that's like the best thing I can play. We also have all of the suits. So this will work. And this will become a flower card. And the order doesn't matter now, because they all... Or does it? I don't think it does. Because we just get the multiplier anyway. You could play before, because you don't have any, whatever. We get some ships. We get some Giga multiplier. We delete the card. Surprise. That was always going to happen. We make a king. I mean, that's also not bad. If we want aces, a king is pretty close. That's a good sacrificial joker, right? He's going to explode anyway. I just need to make sure I have the order right now. Because you will improve the left joker, which is cool. But the boss will delete the right joker. Well, this is a pretty interesting upgrade for the glass card as well. Like, we could get them, or they could just explode when we make them, so we purge the deck. That's nice. Colorless cash. We sold the guy that wanted the leaf stone. By we, I mean me. Chat is probably innocent. And I'm sure there are things that scale with the value of the Pokemons. But I just want the cash. Until I find something that scales with that. That's a nice bonus. I can live with a funny voice. We want ship cards for plasma stuff. I forgot to buy the voucher. Perfect. I could save scum and go back, but let's just see what we find. So rightmost joker. He's going to self-destruct anyway, because there's no way I'm not discarding cards. So this is fine. You will then at the end of the shop, right? So we don't have to care about this guy now. More aces. Have I given up on the kings? They're still better than the lower cards. And we can now make more ship things. I mean, if I'm gonna play them anyway, we might as well have ship cards. And this guy should like that a lot. That's a lot of aces. It needs to be specifically 4 of a kind, right? Not just contains 4 of a kind. Fine. We can handle that. That's working as intended. As supposed to be just a polychrome version of that guy. It's a non-existent version of that guy. We get the rat in again. And what do we want you to become? We still want the retrigger, I assume. That stuff is always good. Oh yeah, it is the invisible man. The invisible skeptile, whatever that is. A skeptical grass guy. More steel cards. What is this? I am Swedish, yes, I'm guessing that's obvious. I used to care more about the accent and like work on getting rid of it, but I don't care anymore, it's fine. The invisible man, the biggest troll of them all, you are 100% correct. It is a disco invisible man. But it's like, this is the truly invisible man. He is so invisible that we can't even see the outline of what used to be the guy. We don't have... This will actually push a card. Yeah, but that's the weird thing, like listening to your own voice. I'm assuming most people are like, I don't like my voice. And then eventually you get used to it. But it's like hearing a Swedish accent a lot is annoying if you also have the accent, but... So I know there's a cool guy in here. I have played this seed once, at least. Do we have more heart cards? We do. Do I want more heart cards? I don't know. Also, an actual audience is kind of wild. Because these, I don't know if I will be keeping these, but that's a pretty good thing to have, but then we need all the suits. I mean, if someone who doesn't even speak Swedish, can you tell the difference between the regional accents? I don't know if you maybe you are Swedish as well, so you can tell. Never assume anything. We have a negative thing, right? So this is a nice gamble. We'll get something super random. It's way more fun to make stuff on the internet than I thought. And it does seem to be a lot of... This guy, of course, the invisible man is my cash man, so we can't really see what he does. But playing the threes will not boost this guy anymore, and I really need to invest in him heavily. So I think we just throw the threes, and we hope for the aces instead. I got no ace. Nice. Gamble hard. What could possibly go wrong? Or we just do the mix. We play these, and that. And I should use that because we don't have room for... Let's just throw that actually. Let's try to use the flower cards. This guy was also... Alright, he needs to be all the way on the right. I see. This guy only works on one. This is already super complicated. We can make a fighting guy, that's not gonna help. We don't have any more retriggers. I have nothing for score. This is just super beansed. Can we play a hand with... We can, right? We can do this, and we can retrigger that. We can't retrigger because we don't. He's not alive anymore, but we want that at the end. So at least a hand we can play. Nice. It's not a complete do-over. And we get a random... We get the negative making guy as a negative guy. That's kind of nice. But we need to decide... I think we used to do that because we can play more cards. And that has to be more good. Like, there's no other way around it. And we want to evolve this guy. Because I think that means that he will not explode. And then we just have a negative printer. Which is insane. Yep. That's the big brain way to look at it. So this will... We can also make more aces at the same time. This is... It's a very big brain mode. So left card up. Right card down. Double ace. Upgraded guy. Fantastic. Do we want to just rip the cash out of them as well? Or do we want wild cards? I think we want a wild ace, because that might work with the flower card. We could also energize a guy, which makes them better. What does this guy even do? Oh yeah, he makes disco invisible men, right. But if we have more of them, he also gets better, maybe? Yes. I mean, score has been a bit of a problem, so let's just boost the guy. From 1.2 to 1.26 is not really the most amazing upgrade. Do I want this? Like, I mean, I get it if we had more things that... Like we needed more water boys or whatever. This guy works with aces. I'm also taking notes because we can't use seeds for Pokemon unless someone has like a nice seed collection somewhere on the internet. So aces are good. Glass aces. Double them. Okay, that seems useful. Some sort of ace dude. Yes, exactly. Do we... I think we just throw the random spider. And we move on. I want more items and stuff. We can get the rat back in also. This is just... I'm assuming if I reload, maybe it comes back. Okay, so it's on the boss fight is defeated. We make a disco. A disco invisible octopus, maybe. Sure. Only one hand type. Read the boss blinds, usually quite a good thing to do. You still want the 3s. I don't think I care for the 3s, because we have now upgraded all the other cards. I would like my wild ace, that would be the best thing to find. I'm keeping the 2s and the kings because they work with the invisible cash disco man. But we also just need to play a million aces now. He wants exactly 4 of a kind. I mean 4 is good for this guy also. I've still never tried the brainstorm mod, but if it can find a specific start, that does seem useful. But isn't that also... I mean, if it works for mods, that's still better than... I use an online thing called The Egg, but that only works for the base game. So now we only want to play 4 things. We don't have the wild card, it doesn't really matter. We should play the ship things and these things. They should be last. Maybe it doesn't really matter. Again, because we only have that on 2 things. And I don't think they have extra multiplier. 2, wow. So the big value of having these things last. But they are not going to work because I don't have all the 4 suits. Which means that they are actually useless. But I also don't want to play this. Because I get an item if I don't play it. And we also have the ace man involved. Well, that's good enough. We're going to have just a stack of invisible disco men. This is the run. I remember Emulate, yes. I think I tried to make that work. I don't know enough about coding to make it work. But it turns out that that's like... Because someone made that on their own, I'm assuming. And they made it so it works for their setup, which is not an AMD card, so I can't run it on my PC. Unless I recode the whole thing. Yeah, I think by the end... Because every boss, we will create an invisible disco man. Which is a nice bonus. I still haven't used... He needs to sit here to work. Can we make a third... One more invisible disco man? Maybe we can. But that Emulate program or something similar sounds amazing, because with the egg as well, I don't have that many things I can search for. Like, you can search for legendaries, you can search for the first pack and some other things, but you can't search, for example, like the double negative dice seed. You can't just dig up something like that where you search specifically for natural negatives. Yeah, we want all invisible men, because every time we see something that's bugged like this, of course that's what we want. But we got this guy as well. So in 4 rounds we get a free negative. And that also says replaces the addition, so even if we have a disco guy, we can get a negative guy instead. That's pretty nice. I think there is an EV in this Ante as well. But that's also kind of beyond my brain capacity, because it can evolve in 78 billion different ways. Yeah, that's the great info. Like, I'm terrible at watching games I play. So anything like that is super useful. But even if someone else uses it to find a cool seed, we can still use that seed, right? That's still possible. Is he fully energized? He is. So I don't really, do I want more metal guys? I don't really know. Like, it's already too complicated. What if we just sell this and we gamble on some cards? Because gambling is cool. Do we want to double gamble? This should now work. Let's get a card as well. Ace. Perfect. Now we know what's in this card. Last time I had this guy, because this guy will explode in 5 rounds. Do we want to make a... I mean, we have to skip and see what that is, right? It's nothing useful. There's no Mega Stone here. I know it wasn't guaranteed, but I wanted to try it. How about we make one of these guys? But last time the debuff never happened, which is also not the way it's supposed to work. But I have no idea how that happened. And we can't boost, right, because we have an energy to make some cooler guys. Let's just rip the cash out of the brain cells again. Because we have more dudes. There are now also disco dudes. Just make... Smack a card with the club. Get some more ships. Okay. Double retrigger. Play aces. Play 4 of a kind. I still need to remember this is the main guy up. Like, just stick him over here so we remember to look at him. And by we I mean me. So I want 4 aces, really nothing else matters. So this is pretty, except I don't want to play that one. But I also don't have room for the... It's already too many things. And the problem with this guy is that we could play kings, 2s and 3s first for cash. But then I don't have a retrigger for the second hand, so we are basically... Maybe not this early on, it should be fine anyway, but... We are kind of all in on the first hand, which is an odd way to play. And also 5 aces is one too many for this guy. Let's just play the aces. Do the correct thing. Boost the guy. Soon he will be cool. Yeah, reverse dusk. Morning or whatever. What's it called? When the sun goes up and not down. Sunrise. That's the one. Sunrise over the disco crew. And all the invisible men. Should make one more soon. Dawn, right. I know words sometimes. So this guy, like, that's a cool guy. But what do we throw? We could throw the cash guy. And we could have, I mean, I'm just gonna accidentally use a card like the Ice Stone. And we get a guy and I have no idea what it does. So that's like a complicated joker to play. If you don't know the game. More cash is nice. Do we want... I mean... If I use this now, I can't bean Stevie. That's also a way to look at it. But we should also... Which is the one with more ships? None of these. Really, I want to use it on the... We have a 10 with a red seal. Both of them. Cool. I don't want the cards anyway. Do we get the EV? Because we're going to make... I mean, it's still going to be a while. The king exploded. I mean, the king is close to an ace, so like he would have been useful, but it's also nice to purge the deck, so let's say that's fine. It's already boss time again. What do we want to... We don't want to make... That is still 5 rounds. We make a disco. Let's do this guy, because I want to... The guy I'm actually trying to keep track of. I think it helps if I can see him. This is what we want to do. Smack it. More ships. We're not going to play it now anyway, but... And then we just gamble on the aces, because nothing else matters. And then beyond this, I don't think I really... I don't remember where the cool things are. We already have the aces we need. I'm looking for a wild card, because it would be nice to be able to play these things. But we just play the 4, and it should be good enough. Hopefully. I didn't read the boss blind at all, as always. Sometimes I'm amazed that it's possible to get anywhere in this game at all if you just don't read what you have to do. We're getting there on the disco crew though. More energy is more good. The problem is I'm not finding that many energy cards. And we need to really just fish in the shop for things, because there are... should be a lot of good guys in here somewhere. He is an earth guy, so water energy doesn't really help. We could do this, but this is also just worse energy. Why do we want worse energy? Welcome. It's cool to see some people around. I'm also still recognizing a lot of the names, which is cool. Random enhancements, make more kings. I mean, that's good. That's close to an ace. Kind of like sheathing in a couple of strength cards at the same time. Do we want to use this? It's still better than not energizing. But I kind of don't want to waste it on dudes that I want. It's just fish for things. Do we have anything that works with the moonstone? I don't think so. Shiny. Shiny good. Does that say we get more booster packs? It's actually not bad. Well, you're already... I would not recommend learning anything from me, probably. That's funny, at least. Let's just go for a shiny, whatever. We're going to save scum back if things go horribly wrong. It's kind of the way I have to do this. And I'm forgetting that we have the cash guy that I used... Because he's not visible, I forget that he exists. Funny that with the invisible man. We still need to make cash, but I don't have a way to make cash and score at the same time. And we should really just play one more ace round. Because getting that guy evolved, and then we're done with him, hopefully. So I did land the truly invisible man in normal Balatro once, where I just save scummed so many times that eventually the invisible man just disappeared. He became nothing. Just vanished into thin air. So we can't play... I guess we're just playing the... a flush, maybe? Don't really have anything good to play. I need to get a way to do the live edits in a stream. That sounds way too complicated. So we're going to get a shiny, which is a problem because we're not going to have room for it. Shiny random rock man with hazard cards that do things that I don't understand. Cool. Multiplier also not fantastic on... I think I'm just gonna skip it. I guess that's a horrible thing to do. You just ignore a shiny. But it seems like the only logical choice. Flower cards are nice. But it's not really... We can't do too many things at once here. Yeah, but it's still like a fancy shiny thing. Like this, a disco quillfish with also hazard things. No, there's a lot of things going on. I mean, it's the same idea as Balatro. They used... This is a retrigger guy. This is an invisible disco retrigger guy. This guy gives more multiplier for disco jokers. This is a cash guy. He will make negatives. And the ace guy. Like, it will take some getting used to, sure. We also need to pick who's the next, like... It has to be you, I guess, now. Earth. Where's the ace guy? Can he be disco and negative? I guess that's not a thing even in mods. You will do the leftmost. I like this boss where we, like, I have to click one less cards. Which is very nice. Then we just play the 4 aces when we have them. We will disco-fy this guy and then evolve him, so it will be... Will he come back to a visible man when he evolves? Or will he just also be invisible disco man forever? The science you have to do sometimes. He's a visible disco man. And Gengar made a negative. He made negative the perishable octopus. Perfect. Very helpful. Where are all the other cool guys? That's a cash guy, that's nice. Yep, perfect. Like the absolutely best choice. But, okay, so Mewtwo nuking this guy means that he didn't actually evolve. It's not the best. This is pretty nice. We can make super bonus cards. We're not going to be playing 5 cards with that guy. Could gamble on something random, that's always fun. A tiny water guy. Not super useful. Could also, like... Do we throw this and just get double water stone? Is that better? Could super boost the one red seal card I have that I will never find again. Maybe that's a... No, because you are not going to become a Pokemon card. That's not how that works. Right. Metal guys, cash guys. This is... It's just so complicated. This is nice. No, it's an item card. It's the wrong one. Okay, item card's still cool, but there is one that makes energy cards, which is what we need to boost the dudes. Is that like a rare, a super cool guy? Let's just play it. See this, so we can smack this with the club. But sadly, it's not a bonus card. But it shouldn't be that hard to find a bonus card. Maybe it will still be hard to find. So now I just need to learn how do you do stream good. Because showing up and playing some cards I can do. You should evolve this time. Hopefully. What if we have just beansed this guy forever? I can play the ace. Maybe just play the aces. Another person I actually recognize. Welcome. He did evolve. Okay, so this is the guy that we're supposed to do math with, apparently. But fourth route, that still only just means more ships is more good. So that's not that hard to do. But we need to ship stack cards again. So this, with whatever they are called. Do we want to just have this guy in for cash instead of just like a random this guy? Fine. Dragon. All the broken cards that we can't see what they do. A rock. If we want to play... It has to be 4 of a kind, so rock is actually quite fine to have as the 5th card. That doesn't count. That's nice. An actual combo involving rocks. Do we want to throw this guy for this? Do we want to do... I don't have a fire type. Random upgrades. But we need a red seal disco rock. Like, we can make disco jokers, which is cool. We can't make disco cards, as far as I'm aware. Or even if we could, I don't know how. Surely there are some spectral card guys out there. Let's just get some upgrades. We're playing aces, we're not playing kings, so we don't actually care about the plant. We also need to pick the next. You cannot disco-fy yourself. I don't think I want to disco a negative guy. All the invisible dudes are disco. So we need a new guy to sacrifice. A Lucador. I didn't think anyone would remember that he's the gardener, but he definitely is. One of the super MVPs. So we could play... Okay, this is where these guys are good, because now we can just re-trigger. We get the multiplier out of whatever the fourth root is. I'm not gonna do the math, but... This will be an item card. Do we just throw this? Because we can't stack... That's the good with him, though. I guess we should do this, like... Maybe we can find a red seal later, but now we have a big ship card. This is never going to play, because we don't have the wild card. I want to play 4 of them, so maybe just get the glass dude in here as well. It's going to explode. But now we see the power of this man. It's pretty good. We do have double re-trigger. But this can work. I'm just not sure if this is this like an interesting enough build where we just get a big score, like we're not stacking anything. Next hand, right. Get cash for playing hands. That is fine, unless we find something cooler. Cash is good. A spoon is good, apparently. We could just throw this, because the spoon we can use to get one more of those water stones, which would be useful. We could get double rock, we could get more item cards. That seems fine to me. I want to keep the 3 in case we ever play to the cash man. I mean, if I stream gold... I have literally never seen a gold stake run in my entire life. I haven't played one, I haven't watched one. We would have to do like a... You guys play and I just click the buttons. That way we can make that work. I've done orange stake. I think that's the highest. Because I used to live in seeded madness. We don't care about face cards. So we don't care about the plant. This guy's going to explode. Like, is this not counting down? Surely we've played more than one round with the debuffed octopus. Is he broken again? I mean, that's a good thing for the run, but it's also odd to just... Why does everything break that I touch? Also very limited, where we need to, like, we have 53 cards and only 11 aces. I mean, they're still quite likely to find. But you will also energize. Right, do we have anything that's worth energizing? We could just re-disco-fy this guy. He could maybe be invisible also, and we get more energy. That's not a bad way to do things. Kinda don't want to play all the glass cards, because... I should still use the club. Did I use it on last time? None of these, of course. And we could... Oh yeah, this was the plan, right. Now we can get the item card. And we have a bigger number for a bigger thing out of this guy. So 1.82, 3. Yeah, that's a lot more actually. It's not that hard to scale up. We got a seed. Everything explodes. We got the energy, which is nice. He has more ships. I don't know where he gets the ships from. Is that what we built into him earlier? But he refuses to become invisible. He's too cool to join the invisible crew. Which will soon be the negative crew. Do I want that, or do I just want that to make more? We need more aces. Like, that's really the only thing we need. Well, that's a lie. We need cash, we need retriggers, we need disco cards, we need more jokers because we have room. I mean, that is cash, that's not bad. That is cash cards. Let's get you in for now. A dragon snake. So is this like a fancy, cool-looking metal Pokemon idol? Yeah, that might be it. But it's based on a hand rather than a card. So he's like more reliably used. I mean, if you make your deck all the one card, it's still fine. This guy is not going down in rounds, so we have broken the octopus again, so I should probably not slap him with more... whatever it's called, more disco things. I also haven't energized this guy at all, which is a shame. We basically always need super deck fixing if we want to do something cool. This is the rock we want to keep. $100 extra ships. We can make one more. It's better to save for when we have... I still have enough kings that I can realistically find 2. Consumable hiker. Yeah, just bring a hiker along in your pocket. It's nice and easy. We still can't play the 4. It's really just this card is carrying everything now. But I should use the strength card so I can get an item. At least I'm remembering to do things. Sort of. We play 4 because you only care about 4 of a kind. We keep the rock because reasons. We retrigger everything. We don't have the seals yet. I have a seal card, but not on the cool card. But these guys are a problem because they only work on the first hand. I don't really know. Like, we have to do everything in one hand. The later we go in the game, the more random item cards. What does transformation mean? Does he become like a Giga legendary of some kind? Do we want just a random collection of eggs? It's like there are options. Don't know what any of them mean, but... Okay, we have this guy again. Do we have a grass? We do have a grass guy. This guy. Which is good, because we can get more cash out of the cards I never play, because he is specifically 2s, 3s, and kings. We should probably just... I mean, we need to find something better first, but do I just purge and like gamble on a... We need cash though. And the sooner we can rotate into things that we actually use, like... We need to land negatives on stuff that we will keep before we run into a score wall of some kind. Yeah, maybe you're right, just keep the invisible men. That's a better side goal. Purge some cards. Boost the invisible disco green guy. I mean, I'm not sure we want glass cards. But would this work? Because the extra ships we put on the card would stay even when it's not a bonus card, maybe. So we could ship stack it first, and then we can make it do other things. The only problem now is that I don't have room for 2 items with this club. Still think I'm just gonna boost this guy, because making him an ace is realistic. We just play. Can actually do that, we get an item anyway. We just do the one hand, gets a multiplier. We now have... He's now negative instead of disco, but still invisible. At least that works. We have room for one more dude. Negative multiplier seems a bit spicy. But I'm still missing, like... So I got tips from a person that there are dudes like Porygon and something as Dunsparce that are nice and cool shenanigans based Pokemon. And they are in here somewhere. More people, cool, welcome. It's also nice to play Pokemon, especially if no one else plays it, that then we are on the same knowledge level for once. Finally, we can make the one true ace. Then we just need to super stack that somehow, somewhere. Make big, cool, lucky cards. That's a lot of text. It's getting expensive. But we need more cool things. I'm still not sure if it's worth using these. We could use it on this guy maybe. Or we could make just more cards that I can never use. Yeah, the one super cool mega special card. Or we can just make you into a king. And then it's almost an ace. I'm just not gonna buy anything, save the cash. That's not nice. But we can reroll. And rerolling it means I don't have enough cash for the effect to trigger, so that's a thing. We want to... I mean, it has to be you, like... a dude that we're not even really keeping. Why don't we just make one of these a glass card? We don't have room for 2 item cards anyway. Do we have the... We don't have whatever it's called. A club to play the flower hand. But we have enough aces. Yeah, getting rid of cards is fantastic. We can now also boost this. But we have the... That's one bigger than this, right? We have... Yeah, we just haven't drawn the 110 ships one. We're gonna play this anyway, just because it's... It has the seal. We're going to make a random disco invisible fox, maybe, that we are then probably selling soon. No? So why did the original guys become invisible, but now they don't? Who fixed the invisible man? We were supposed to have an entirely invisible collection. That was the side goal that is now ruined. I'm also rolling away all my cash without thinking. Because we're still all in on one hand, so how do I make cash and other stuff at the same time? I don't really know. This thing is still making some degree of cash. We could just get a random guy. We could boost. I mean, I'm not playing that, so it doesn't really matter. Just get a random guy. What if Princess Leia was a Pokemon dog? And it's a ship I mean, that's nice, but kind of tricky to play. So now the real problem is cash. Just make more random like glass cards, also a fantastic way to just purge things. More negatives, fine. Except the tiny man, where he increases his demands by 1 for every round. Or each trigger. Right. It's a complicated dog thing. Now the question is, do we need this for like, am I going to find some other Pokemon that needs this to evolve the second I sell it? Probably. But making more aces is also pretty good. If we find a king or a 2. Which we, well, sort of did. I still have never played Photoshad. Like, I know it's common. I think I've used it like briefly at some point. But I'm just off on whatever else I'm doing. So this has never been relevant. Also, at this rate, I don't know if I will ever do a normal run again. 3 rounds, like this is an insane Joker to have. I mean, now if only we had. That's a tiny egg boy. That does something with lucky cards. Should also write down that we had a... There was a negative tag here, good to know for the future. But then we also need to like have way more cash, go through the shop, find things that are cool and useful, and somehow land that negative without looking up a seed. Did we have a dark guy? You are a dark thing. Because that is actually more income, which is not the worst. Wow, almost $5. Not the best. Megastone. Okay, this is also crazy. Because some of these guys have an extra evolution. Not you. This guy does. But is he going to do even extra negative things? This guy does. And we definitely want this, right? Let's do this. They are also technically closer to aces. Save. I accidentally clicked use. Okay, so we can either have him sit and make negatives in the stack we have, or we can just farm random negatives forever. That's a very interesting thing. Yeah, the disco fox, like, it's not even an invisible fox anymore, but cash is the problem for sure this time. But we can use this once per round, so we can remove that and get some... We might need to do something else for score, but that's a very cool... Yeah, that's also just a nice goal, like... Can we grab every single negative Pokemon there is? Like, 1 per... Could we also just farm this with double tags? Like, I mean, I'm not gonna be able to find 45 colas in 1 round with my $12, but... There's an idea there. Like, we could pop out like 5 negatives per round. Would be quite cool. If I learn to play Pokemon, it can definitely be. Now we need to pick again, who do we discofy? Because you you're still negative. He can't disco himself. It's going to have to be this random. Because if we disco this... How is the... Do we test this actually? Because if we disco-fy a negative, it will no longer be negative. And then we are above Joker limit. It's gonna be weird. Yeah. Just see what happens. It's not like we're planning on using lucky cards anyway. I think I did see... It's like the evolved Scyther, whatever he's called. He can eat Pokemons and he can stack Disco and the other effects on himself. Which I've never seen anywhere else where you can have all the effects on the same dude. Which one do we smack with the club now? I mean, the glass cards are going to explode. Might as well do this because we don't have room for things anyway. Of course, I evolved him perfectly in time for a boss blind where it doesn't even work. Well, let's just play the one hand. That's all we have. Yeah, we have one over now. It's Disco Invisible instead of negative, which is just strictly worse, but Invisible is kind of funny. We have a Brick Bug. It's always nice with cheaper things. I don't really even have the cash to spend on anything now. Now we have cash. Perfect. Yeah, it's just one over. But I'm also... this is just not working because it's been here for more than 2 rounds. So did that reset when Mewtwo nuked him? This guy, for example, definitely should not be alive, but he's still here. And I'm still going to just run into a wall soon because I don't have a build that will just work. And like none of these guys really do anything. We're not going to be playing 9s. Or we can... Now we're getting a negative tag. Nice. It does work. And I'm just assuming that that was also going to be broken now. Where is the one true ace? We don't have room for items. It's a bit of a shame with this setup. We need negative consumables as well. Which maybe is a bit much to ask. We can smack this. Play that, play that. And these, like, save the glass cards. That's another guy I actually recognize. I haven't done any announcements or anything, so it's just kind of impressive that anyone is showing up as cool. Well, then we're just going to have to sell this. Because it's not really... He has too many things that he does that we can't even see it on the screen. Yeah, we can't. It is now going to evolve. We could sell the Disco Fox. Should have read what the Disco Fox does, as usual. Now I can take him. But that's also just like, it's not useful. We don't have hazard things. I don't know how they work. We got some random magic cards that do nothing. Does that mean we can have dupes? Because that's interesting. Let's just try it. I have heard that this is good. It's like the showman of this mod. As part of the big cool info stack I got. Dark, I sold the dark guy, of course I did. We can make one more ace. I don't think I even want these. What, this guy? Is he cool? I will sacrifice everything eventually. It's just the way it's gonna go. Let's make another... No, let's just make another ace. This is also closer to an ace, sort of. But do we want to have this guy Mega Evolve? Like, we might as well get another negative tag and then... Because we can only do this once per round, so I can't de-evolve him and evolve someone else at the same time. Like, if he's just going to spawn cards that are problems, that's not a good Joker to have around. I'll keep the... Yeah, this is a wacky guy. I mean, it just seems better. It takes longer time, sure, but the Jokers we have, the game assumes that we actually want. But when I don't know what they do, really, it's harder. But we can make negatives that we actually want eventually, or we just gamble on random stuff, which maybe is more fun for a stream. Do we keep this just to see if it explodes? I guess we do. And we need to throw cards to gamble on getting the aces, because only aces count. With more ships is better. We have the cool ace. Not the best ace, but the... And we can play that because we don't have room for stuff anyway. I should also do the club. There are so many things to do. But the question now is, I guess I should do this now. We need to check if he keeps that counter. And the next one is a boss. We can't get another tag. But we can Mega Evolve someone else and see what they do. So do we want to Mega Evolve the... wherever he is, this guy. Bigger invisible ace guy that was previously Disco Invisible Man, but no longer. Or do we want to do the cool cat, which is going to do something else with disco cards? Wait, that's a natural negative and a Gengar negative. Okay, the collection grows. This is the perfect anti-synergy, because we have, I mean, we can't see it, but we have double octopus. One of them being a bugged guy that should have been dead like 10 antes ago. They work only on the first hand. This works only on the last hand. Foresight is cool. We can see what we draw. That's a fantastic mechanic. Minus one hand size, but 75 ships. Wow. But this doesn't really do anything, so why don't we get this guy in? Because I know that he evolves into something that does spectral cards, which could be useful. I haven't found most of the guys I was looking for. I don't think we have a fairy. If we do, I don't know which one. This is also spectral cards. Do we even have... We have some jacks. We could do that. I'm not clocking a single thing that's... This is also nice. Earth. Thankfully I remember. We have... This guy is an earth guy. Energy is cool. You can boost everything on this man. Yeah, this guy for whatever reason comes in different... Like you can get a... I've seen a normal one also. That would have evolved with the linking card that I sold. Hey, he's rocking this now. I think he was Dragon before. I mean, I have probably ruined the type of him. It would not surprise me. That's what I did a lot the first time I played this. Just suddenly everything was a random thing because I used a lot of item cards that do stuff. Do we want the tiny pumpkin man instead of this guy? Because we could get spectral cards somehow, which is nice. But that means we have to sell the club. It's a bit of a shame. We don't have any water guys that actually scale up. It's only the octopus, but they can't get cooler than they already are. More cash is cool. Gold cards, wild cards. We could make a wild card ace, could be good actually, because then we can play, this will actually work and we suddenly have like super cards. Better than glass cards. Assuming that this works with only one wild card. But that will also randomize, that's terrible. Because it needs to be an ace. How about we just gamble on these instead? Get me an ace. A 2 is close to an ace if we can lower it. I'm sticking with this guy. Okay, now we need to again disco-fy someone. Can we disco dex it? Disco skull. I don't think I want to mess with the guys that are already super broken. 3 rounds. What happens if we mega evolve this guy? He's visible and he grew a beard. I don't know if I like that. But that's also ace based, which is nice. That works. But he will destroy the aces. Every ace is now a glass card. Why do we want this guy? Go back to being invisible. Let's just disco up the decks if we can. So now we see we will draw the super ace, which is nice. I want to keep this just in case it explodes, because I don't want to keep it. So it's an interesting mod, but there's so much going on. We have some good aces. We can retrigger this. We can make a flower card, which is the one that works with the wild card. Do I just throw this because I need more aces? We have an ace coming. But then we might as well play... Yeah. It's good. And this is good because I can't really juggle him successfully, so just having him around is pretty cool. Okay, we don't have the wild card. We don't have room for that. We have this thing. But do I want to play this now? I think I don't, because I want to devolve this guy, make him back into the normal guy. We could also try to just... Oh, he's negative, actually, never mind. We could just disco-fy him again. Because now all these cards are likely to break, so I'm just gonna play these. So I want to make sure I have more of that. Now we need like a card production line as well. We need 1,000,000 death cards. We are getting some spicy multiplier now, but what if we just delete the whole hand? A lot of things happening in the hand, in the Joker pile. We have a disco dex. But this guy is not the best. So now I can't mega evolve him in time, I think. Yes, it's a fantastic, like, this is... The anti-synergy here is insane. Like, Mewtwo and Gengar will just overwrite each other. We have first hand only, last hand only. Whatever this guy does. Seeing more cards is cool. That's like just strictly a useful guy. That guy. He actually has a useful effect though. Cool, it's good when people answer faster than I can even read the chat, that's nice. But I don't think I can use... I used it already. So I can't do that in time, so maybe we just wait 2 rounds for him to make a negative. We make like Mega Mewtwo for the boss instead. See what that does. I want the death card. Do we just sack the club? Maybe it's time. Maybe that's crazy also, but... Sometimes, basically always, you have to do the crazy plays to find out how stuff works. Now we can instantly make another ace. We have 2 of this, so we can gamble on. Destructo Disco Man, except he's not a Disco Man anymore, he's negative now. But this thing... So we could make wild cards to play with the flower cards, and they would also be steel cards in hand. That's also like... There's quite a lot of depth to this mod. Sell this card to create an egg based on jokers. Does anyone know a good egg? We could make like a... What would be the egg of a legendary cat and a random seed? Or by the first hand octopus and the last hand disco skull. Boiled egg is great. We've had 2 of those today. Or do we just sell this guy to get an egg instead? Oh, reading cards good. Well, we could still make like a random dragon negative man, a disco, whatever this is. A ghost egg. Or do we just sell this guy? Because I never used this guy anyway. But it is an invisible man. The invisible dream, I think, is dead. We're not going to be able to make everything invisible. Especially if we're just adding literally everything we find. But we could make an egg. That is the thing that we can do. We can come back to the invisible disco men. So what kind of egg do we want? A Pokédex egg. Incompatible. Of course. Did we get like... Is an egg... It's a Joker card, right? Let's just do... Can we do like a mix? Egg. Cool. Can't use this yet, we can use this soon. You are going to make a negative in 2 rounds. Now we can use this. Do we... So who do we want to Mega Evolve now? Because we could do Mewtwo just to see what he does. We could do Gengar again to get a negative tag in the next round. But then we have a boss that will not give a negative tag. I don't know. I don't know Pokemon well enough to even know. I think I have heard that X and Y stuff are different, but we can try. I have literally no idea what anything does. There's like random owl wherever he is. We can see the decks. I mean, I want the item card, but I don't have room for all this stuff. Let's just see. Oh, well, we have to... This next round, because I did already use it. Right. We just play this. I wish we could. Just big egg. This is the like... You guys know how to design a good roguelike. You want everything to interact, even when it should never under any circumstances work. We just want to be able to make a bigger egg. And then maybe that should make just a big Pokemon like Snorlax. But we cannot do this. We have Okay, that's pretty cool. It is Mewtwo Y. Y Mewtwo. It also says L on him. What does that mean? Mewtwo Y large. Why is Mewtwo large? Okay, but Energize is basically just making a Pokemon better. So this is... he's already energized. This guy works. Sure, that's probably better to do, right? And then we can just go through and do all of them, but... for now, more Ace Man seems more good. Dragon. Starter tag. After 2 rounds. Okay, that's not that far. Fighting, like, why... is energy stuff hard, or is it just hard because I don't know how it works? Oh, there's actually a reason, of course. See, it's nice when people know what's going on, because I have no idea. What on the left, like where I position him, or... so we could get the other one if we want. This is also cool. Yeah. And we can make a... I mean, we have a chance to make a negative blueprint, because he can also select something that's already negative, and it does nothing. Do we just sack the random ghost? Because we have to keep the egg. We might end up with a negative egg. So if I just stick him here, he will be the other Mewtwo, and when we use the stone. Okay, I can... I'm not gonna remember that, but that's fantastic to know. The Joker to the right. Do we want to just make... does that work? No, of course it does. Clearly that's the first thing they would have checked. We can do this for like more score. We can just re-trigger. What's better? Just double triggering the... surely that's better because we already have 2 re-triggers. This is not gonna work because that's shop and this is round. And these are just random dudes. Should we just sort all the random stuff over here? And we have... this is basically the stack. Okay, well, let's try this. That's nice. Also, first Pokemon blueprint I've ever seen. Linking cord is nice. Let's just check everything. We also have the big ace. So just... does it have to be 4? I don't want to destroy an ace. Just sell it instead, then whatever. Let's get the big ace. This one. Buy this just in case we find something that uses it. That's the whatever he's called. Throwback. This is the guy I sold. Debuff 12 non-steel. I mean, that's so wild dude to have. Let's just stick with what we have. It's already too complicated. Okay, so you... when... blind is selected. Nice. We got the energy on this guy from Mewtwo. So we should move someone else that we can energize. This guy is also just not evolving. And they can't be energized. This guy, like, they have just stopped evolving most of these guys. Okay, we have doubled this guy. But now I have no idea who I want to energize next. When we finally have an energy thing, we have nothing really to energize. What was it? Wild cards and... okay, so these are steel cards. That's not the worst, but it's still just taking up slots. When we need to play 4 aces and nothing else. Okay. These will not work. Which is a shame. We also have, I mean, we have more multiplier now with the Smeargle guy. But we have less because Mewtwo doesn't give the disco multiplier anymore. And he also does not discofy a dude. Okay, they are evolving now. Gengar made this guy negative, which was already negative. Perfect. Okay, I have one more slot. I didn't realize that either, man. Delete rock cards, dig up things. Nuke some cards. I didn't even look at the score either. It's gonna be hard to keep a run alive if you're not paying attention. I mean, we can see what the egg becomes, and we can do this. We can save the ball, and we can delete the egg if we don't like it, and we can gamble on something else. We are playing 4 of a kind. Yeah, that's cool. But we could have normal Mewtwo also. So, I mean, it's possible that one of these evolved guys could be energized. 6 rounds. Let's just give... If that gives more multiplier for... Wait, our Mewtwo will not nuke someone now, right? So we're fine. Yeah. Serpent. Fine. Probably doable. So now we can just keep these as well. There are now magically also steel cards. Still don't have room for an item. Do we want to change this now? We're still going to... If we devolve Mewtwo now, we will still miss the first round in the next ante, but we can get a negative tag. Maybe we just keep him and energize the whole stack. Seems fine. I can make more ace. I'm keeping this for evolution purposes. I don't know if I will find... The question is really, do we want item cards? Or do we just play our super ace? And evolve the whole stack after. So the super ace is 3.38. Got us at 2.9. Or whatever that was. We get the steel stack. That's a couple of E's. The egg is a ghastly. So if he survives 3 rounds, we can have double Gengar, which is quite cool. We also have... I haven't read anything about hazard cards. If we play we could do a flush. Sure. We have basically a mime. A negative seed-based metal mime. This guy, 4 foresight. Do we want to evolve this? I mean, let's just keep it, see if he survives. But this guy, -2 hand size is a problem. Plus -1 hand size now. Less of a problem, still a problem. Yes, I still don't think they will energize, but... Earth. Where is he? Is he fully... He's not. Nice. More ace things. Resetting at the end of the round is... I mean, maybe he's too powerful, otherwise I don't know. But I don't like the hand size decrease. So maybe we'll sell that guy. Is he also he's negative? Of course he is. Now he's sort of energized. Can we play a flush? I don't think we can with cards that we have. We have a couple of heart aces, but I want to play the red seal ones and we don't have more of those. And we still need to find 4 aces. Okay, this is tricky. So this is the problem. We have only really one hand to play. If we don't play 4 of a kind, we have nothing. Both the re-triggers are on the first hand. Yeah, that too. So we could just purge, but it's just always fun to have the collection. But if it's a terrible collection, it's not going to help. And I can't de-evolve him and evolve someone else. It's not going to help. We could sell something and gamble on a ball. But it's like, I think we just... Or we can still play 4 of a kind. It's just not going to get re-triggered. So I guess we just play random stuff. Going to be the worst hand in the universe. But now we can play 4 of a kind. And we can at least do double this, which will score. The question is, are we going to find another re-trigger ace? Unlikely, but... It's just not that big, right? But it's doable. If we find something more that's good. We can keep 1 rock. Yeah, but we can still play. We have, like... Could just do this also, like play this. And then we play the re-trigger ace with double glass. Because it still needs to be big enough in one hand, like these are adding absolutely nothing. We drop you. Oh, that should be better, right? But we don't, it's just the re-trigger guys, the octopuses that just... If we don't play an 8, they bail. So we could play 4 of a kind with 8s. Would be better, actually. There is a way around this. But this is now looking spicy. Is that special in some way with why is it... Does it normally have that background? I think we should also do this. So we can get the other one. And maybe we also just sell, because we're not gonna survive if we keep the like the random stuff. Yeah, let's just clean it out. We can find more dudes. More octopus. So that's the Pokédex delivering. But what do we sell? We already have a broken octopus. I can sell the Pokédex. Because that's more re-triggers, so that means that we live. But then we lose the chance to find more things that are the same. But I think it's still very unlikely that we find something useful. We're keeping him. We have to keep this. So I don't see anything else I can sell. Or we could just skip it. Yeah, it's his fate. Just go in, go out. Is it boss time now also? No. But we can now disco-fy this guy also, which is cool. Cash. Yes. A random multiplier. Can... Yeah, I wonder if I can get some of those just as overlays so we can just throw him wherever. We can make a disco card, maybe. Yeah, Modded Showman is a book and he's still not safe. I could have also just used this instead of just carrying it around forever. We have the cool ace. Is it the chosen ace? Unlikely, but it's at least more ships. Random suit. I don't really care about suits, so fine. Gamble. That would have been cool if we still cared about them being the same suit. Well, these guys are not showing that they... I mean, we should have set this up with 8s. That's what I can do better next time. But if this guy survives, we can make one more negative printer, and we can keep one of them Giga Evolved. Wait, do we have the full collection actually? We can play this thing. Save the glass card. And this thing. Because now we have just a super retrigger and we have... But I can't play 5, I have to play 4, right. So we play this, this, and this. And now this will work. And it's even bigger than a glass card. Sadly it doesn't have any kind of giga ships. But this should be something special now. Now we're getting some ease. So if he's evolving, does that mean that he will not explode? Because we can get double Gengar now. Maybe. Get the random ghost back. More spectral packs. Okay, I'm kind of surprised that this is still around. Are you fully energized? You're not. Well, we can't see the number because it depends on the card, of course. Okay, but there's some hope. I'm still gonna have to super save scum this and go back. I have another Eevee. That I can use beans into a random Eevee. Fart Man. Okay, but this is the most interesting thing now. That's pretty cool. And we have... delete the Joker for... We could just get the energy for free instead of deleting a Joker, unless we want to delete someone. You will now disco fight things. Do we just... I think we should still do this. Just so we actually use this effect. But we could also... It still says L on him. Right. I see. Now I actually read the card. How did that take so long to read the card? We can make more of this, but it's really only relevant to make more of the red seal card. And for all the jokers we have, none of them actually really do anything with energy, so... More aces. But it is boss time. But I don't think I want to do that because we want him to evolve, right? We could disco-fy this guy. Just position them correctly. Disco-fy a guy. Later. Okay, so we know that we have aces. That's very good. We don't know what type of aces, but we still have 4. We're going to draw... So if I keep 1 heart and that, I still have enough to play the 4. Yeah, that seems reasonable to me. This last... There's nothing we can do with these now. Do we want to... We don't want to Mega Evolve him because we want the effect. It's just so many things. Okay, so if he survives... Let's say that just saves the run. This is at least good. We could have also... Because we could use Smeargle on 1 more retrigger, but we already have so many retriggers, it has to be more value to just get more out of all of those cards. Okay, we can get double Gengar. We have a Disco. I mean, out of all the dudes to be Disco, that makes the most sense. Now we just do this instantly before I forget. We can boost you into that. We can make double ace also. Perfect. And now we can run with... He only has 2 rounds left. I think we keep him unevolved and we boost one of them later, depending on the counter. Can I can overwrite them. Nice. More hand size also. Cash really is the main problem. And it's just a wacky setup with a lot of stuff. Yeah, we can make more of the cool ace also. Fantastic. You can slowly get rid of the hazard cards. And 17 E's should be fine. We have all... Cool, we are also drawing... I'm still wondering if it works with just the wild card. So I guess I need to test. Because then we could play both of these. And I'm just gonna use all the discards. Don't need that anyway. So if we do 1, 2, 3 and this thing is better still, right? That has a bigger multiplier, but that's a retrigger. Don't know which one is better, honestly, but... If the flower card works with this, we have a combo. It's not... Or is it? It is working. So you are 2 rounds, 1 round. Or do we just wait to get double and then Mega Evolve something else? I think it worked, yeah. It's just it shows the 3 multiplier and the multiplier of this guy. It also sounds complicated. We have room for this, which is nice. You are now fully boosted, yes. Should we just evolve Mewtwo to the other one, see what that does? Because I don't think we need to disco up more jokers if we're going to print negatives anyway. Yeah, if we could red seal the flower card, because that's 3 multiplier is more than a glass card. The only thing I'm not sure about is the math on this guy, because the more ships we have on a card, the bigger that multiplier is, but just having the... We could get big ships on a flower card also, so that just has to be better. So what was it? Rightmost, leftmost is the X Mega. So this. Bam. That's pretty good. It's especially good if we had the other Super Gengar to print more negatives. But cool, that's still... We do have some combos in here that are nice. He is now fighting, or did I just accidentally make him? I probably did at some point. Or is that... It's a shiny guy. It's mega legendary fighting Pokemon baseball card. Like last time I saw Mewtwo, there was only one of him. I think I'm gonna skip this again, like I just don't really. It would have been cool to have 2 shinies, which would have had more packs and stuff. And now he's not going to discofy anything, which we don't want because we have these guys. Right. I wish we had 2 Mega Stones. We also need more Wild Aces. I guess we nuke these as well. We don't get the wildcard ace. We need deck management is really what I need the most of. Because the flower cards now don't work. But we can get an item card. At least. These are the kind of big guys. Yeah, it's like the perfect guy to have with the like now we have a reason to just spawn random negative guys on top of just that being a fun thing to do. So we play these then. I get the item card. We get the Giga multiplier, maybe. I've never really paid attention to this guy either. 11 multiplier is pretty big. And this can work. So this is also nice. We can... like... if we can get this super stacked on a card and then make it a flower card later, it works with everything. That's kind of the guy we had before. That works with wild cards. We don't have face cards. But now we have room for another guy. We get the Hazard Man back in. Fine. Oh, we have a ball. Finally. 7 years later. More hands. We can only really still play one hand. Dragon is not fighting. I just looks like the same color to me. Psychic, you are no longer psychic. Gengar is psychic. We don't need this guy now. We know what he is now. We could Mega Evolve and print dudes. Fine, let's just do that. Okay, this cool rock things. I don't want to make a rock ace. It won't count as an ace. But now we can do this. Sure, that's definitely what I plan to do. We don't have the cash. It is boss time. Do we disco Blastoise? We still don't know. Play only one hand is perfect. That's like what this entire deck is built for. And watch them, because we have double Gengar fighting the Disco Man. And funnily enough, the Disco Man is also negative and he cannot discofy himself. Can we find... we can find the cool ace. Perfect. So then we want to play these two and that one. And do we want to play this or do we want to play the big ace with more ships? Because we can super ship this one up. Yeah, it's kind of unfair. We need another Disco Man. I want to play this ace. You see how much bigger it ends up being. So we're playing... or do we just play all the flower cards? And this. Surely that's better. Even though we could play this. Just want to see the multiplier on that though. And then Blastoise is gonna do Blastoise things in the corner. So these are 1.82 out of that guy. This is 2. So the extra ships. Or was that 3.9 actually? Disco Blastoise, Disco Toys. It was way less with this man. And we still have the invisible illegal octopus. 3.9. And we have room for one more guy because Gengar thinks 3 rounds, 5 rounds, that's a long time. Make me negative tags. And now hopefully this guy can make the other guy negative also. There's a lot of stuff going on. Diamond cards give cash. I mean, I do need cash. A duck. Just check these also. Do we get the Showman? I mean, this is very on brand. Showman out, Showman back in. The juggling is happening. Seed cards. More flower cards, but it's not an ace, so it doesn't matter. Items are still nice. But we can now make it a disco book Showman again, also. That's an actual boss. Okay, we can make... A seed card will become a flower card. And we can also test if this keeps the 60 extra ships, because that's gonna be crazy. It does, nice. Yeah, we are in Ante 16, so I guess this is a finisher blind, like a worse boss. But we are like entirely relying on... The build is relying on one wild card and one hand. It's such a stupid way to play, but... So we can gamble on, we want to play this, this, this. And that one is just a better version of that. And we're not... Well, I can maybe still draw an ace. I need this. Throwing that. Yeah, I should be fine. He's scoring less now with this guy not being extra cool anymore. But the good thing now we also have... I should have sketched the retrigger if I paid attention to this, because it's not going to be a flower card instantly. But it will get there. I did get there. Nice. And we can again stack these things. It's also, I went in on aces because, I mean, this guy works with aces still, but this guy, you build him with aces, but we don't actually need aces at the end, so 8s. I mean, that's not a bad thing, right? A tag. More ships is more good for sure. And we can, like this, we can just super stack one of those. I haven't done much math in a million years. Just the honest answer. But the 4th root, which would be quite easy to Google, but it's still just bigger number is more good, so we don't need to do the math. Okay, this guy I had last time. If we Mega Evolve this man, I think he re-triggers all cards twice, which is actually quite cool. And the main problem with, like, this guy, since it takes 2 rounds to devolve one and evolve another, we will always miss a round. We miss a round for the boss anyway. But it's harder to do stuff. But I think I want this guy in. Is it Showman out again? Because most other things are negative. Negative. Oh yeah, Blastoise, right. Yes. It's really nice to have help to do things. Gonna go with I don't know what any of those do. Don't think they are relevant. Death card is fantastic. So we could, but we have the flower thing. Yeah, I mean the more time, I mean, I wonder if we can find a seed with so many showmen that I can throw him out and get him back in literally every shop. Like that would be some kind of achievement. This we could, like we can keep stacking one of these and hope we find a red seal. Or we can just make it that. Or we can save it and use it on this, but then it will not be a flower card. Like it's just... Yeah, but this is the kind of thing with... Because I have a save thing, I can literally just... I can throw him and save scum, so it's always possible to do. But surely this is just better to... Like it's just 50 free ships. Because then I can do this now. Then I think we go in. We get the tag. Now we devolve this guy. Because I want to see what this guy does. Because a couple of things have changed since last I played, which I've played the mod once. And then there's been a patch, so it's all over the place. But this, for example, we can add 50 more ships. I still don't know how I will ever find a red seal for that card. And I still think it's better, I mean it's definitely better having on the scaling thing. But we can just keep making a big card just to see the scaling with this guy. So we want to play the wild card, this, that thing, and something else, which will be this one. So everything else can kind of go. So I'm just doing this to see. But surely Sixth Sense exists in some kind of Pokemon form. Just don't know where. We need a red seal for this also. And then we need just flower cards. And this because it has a seal, or do we just... No, this is still better, because it's just... Triple flower card and this. And the order doesn't matter because this doesn't add any multiplier. Unless I'm senile. We just... But is it better now too? Because what we're doing now is we're doubling whatever that random multiplier is based on ships. But if we just do one more retrigger, we get the flower thing one more time. But this happens twice per card. One of those is going to be better. Or it's one of those, we have so many random cards in the shop, we don't actually get anything. Yeah, we can try a retrigger. We can now do this also. Retrigger all played cards twice. So we can copy this guy, which is just insane. I can try most, like anything that's not endless is a fantastic idea because dragging everything to anti-39 is insane. And it's already becoming wild. But he will also destroy himself if I play or discard less than 5 cards, so he doesn't actually work with this guy. That's a problem. Okay, perfect. We have more anti-synergy. Because this has to be 4 of a kind. But we could just ignore this guy and we could go in on the flower cards instead. Oh yeah, we could play... Right, that's a very big brain solution. Now we need a cool rock. I have some mediocre rocks. We need deck management still. This is another wild card, that's actually excellent. This can be another... Okay, there are... Like, the interactions are just wild. Yeah, for now any rock will do, but we need long term, we need a disco super rock. 5 rounds. 1 round. We could also just reroll for a random negative. I guess I should do that. It's a starfish. It's not getting less complicated either. But it's still like... They still have the same... Like, it's the same effects and stuff like the base game. Okay, now we have a choice as well. We are going to disco-fy something. Which maybe should just be the showman again. Or should it be this guy? But then I can't copy that guy. So it has to be this. But -5 for discard. We could just re-roll out of this guy. But it's only $5. I mean, it's just that I don't have any cash. And I'm assuming the other boss effects are going to be worse. But we know, like, we have a good draw. We don't have the wild card, but we have a rock. I have to throw 5. We have 2 of those. That is 5 cards. He's not dead. We have the wild card. Okay, this is perfect. We can do the thing. We don't want you. We want these two, this, and that, I guess. And the rock. Can I count to 5? I'm too tired to count to 5. We can also just make a... we can make the cool wild card. Bonus spade. This can now be a wild card with extra ships, so we can skip this one. We can play more flower cards, that's cool. This can also be... I don't want to make it a... Okay, so we would now play rock, cool wild card, flower cards. Do we have extra ships on any of these? We don't. That is a 4 of a kind with a rock. We leave the random stuff at the end. Guess you were part of the random stuff. This should be good, right? Now we have something that scales. More re-triggers is more good. Is the starfish broken? It says... What? Yeah, that was not supposed to work. It says... Diamond cards. That was a... Or flower cards every suit, maybe. Yeah, cash is good. More money is more good, I should say. I mean, invisible showman. More cards. Also reasonably fine. But what, now we're keeping the Mega Disc guy, I suppose, because he's insane. We don't really need him now, so if we want to farm more negative tags, we could. It's gonna take 2 rounds to do. Yeah, that makes sense. Actual lore accurate showman book. Better rock. Sounds good to me. I don't think we're going to do these now, but we can do double rock on the cool rock. But I could also miscalculate the score instantly and then we don't have enough. Now we can go back to doing this. We don't have to think about what we play. We keep him here so we remember that he exists. A random bug that likes electricity. Fighting guy. There's still not that many. Skip, but still do the shop. It's also interesting. Okay, now we can super boost the rock. We're never playing another hand like this. It's impossible. Okay. We should still play the rock. Though we find the rock, this is the problem. So, flower card's good. That one is pretty cool. That one is way more cool. But we're lacking that. We need more wild cards. Still possible if we could draw one more, but it seems unlikely. I mean, that's a wild card, but it's not going to be in the hand. So that doesn't count. We still play 4 of a kind. It's just way worse aces. I mean, that would make them activate with themselves. So I think that would be too strong, but that would have been... They worked with the diamond guy somehow. We still have a rock. We can make a cooler rock. We could have evolved him with the water stone as well. I'm not sure why he worked. He thinks the hearts are diamonds, apparently. Because he doesn't work with... Okay, he's just wrong. Oh, maybe it is, yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's the smeared Joker. They are the same suit. Perfect. It's nice to be someone's favorite. It's kind of cool. It's nice to hear all the... Like, I'm surprised by how positive and cool everyone is on the internet. I was expecting the opposite. But maybe Balatro is a good game as well. We could now boost the random negative that we have anyway. I should also evolve the slowest one of the Gengars, which is you. And we have... Evolve that guy, we can make more flower. We don't have a red seal, so that doesn't really matter. This is... I mean, we could... just randomly get another ace. No. It's also nice to hear. Because, I mean, I don't know, I haven't looked up every Balatro YouTuber, but it seems to be a lot of long content like streams, which I am now also doing. Well, maybe that's a... I will end up doing that too, but... I'm terrible at watching streams. So it seemed like something faster was good. Just see what this guy does also. More starfish. But nothing's gonna happen now. We still need to do this guy. Don't need to... Because this is not gonna work, right? I think we checked this already. It is compatible. We can get double negative tag. But then I have less score. Do I have enough? More greed is more good. Let's just see if it works. Yep. I mean, I wish I could just move him like I could with the blueprint, but... I'm also like impressed. How have I not looked at the score once in this? I'm looking at the chat and the cards. That's it. Now we need a spade. We are finding a spade. Cool. So no wild card, but we can make this work anyway. We can play But I can only play one of the hard cards then, so... Let's drop the item. Okay, so we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, and a rock. A nice, cool rock at the end. Forgot... No, we don't want to devolve him now. Oh, we can't anyway. $35, it's fine for now. We have... I mean, it's better, but that's... Wow. A speed tag. Okay, so that's a guy. I mean, it's double the dollars. And this is like... This could then be stacked with whichever Mewtwo did the cool thing. Which I've already forgotten which one that is. But it's a negative throwback. You can boost the bonus card. Or are any of these wild cards? They are not. We can make a better rock. A grass guy. That was the baseball, yeah. You can also just make infinite water stones and boost whatever the cool ace is. Or we can just grab, because we can save them. This is also a very nice thing to have. Moonstone. More cash. It's hard to say no to. We do literally, for all the jokers we have, none of them print cash. And now we have a boss. So Mewtwo will disco-fy something. What do we disco? Heracross maybe. It's negative. It could be a disco not negative. But I don't think Gengar cares about... Like, he will replace. He will pick whatever he wants. You could also use disco Gengar. Well, he's negative. That's dumb, actually. Let's do one that's not negative. Let's just do this, and he will be overwritten at some point anyway. So he could just make a negative again forever. Like, he could be absolutely useless, and the more jokers we have, the worse he is. So this is another one of those where having the collection is fun, but we should really just sack everything on this side to make him land something good. But let's just play it the wacky way now. And we can play it some other way, some other time. I need more wild cards, like stat. But if we don't, I mean, now we have all the flower cards coming, but do we just... Because chances that I draw one of these two cards very low. So it's probably better to just keep and play these. The score shouldn't be that close. Sure, let's just do... That's the big one. It's now 300 ships. And we can then play... Rock, cool, disco, not disco card, ship card. And then just the ship card, because these are not gonna work, right? That's the best we can do. Oh yeah, we have a random big multiplier that's going to scale the extra 3 he adds, or whatever. It's going to add so much. Now we have Disco Cross. Shouldn't this guy also have evolved like a million years ago? Or we can make a Disco Rock, maybe. That's nice. Do we want to make anything... Like, we don't have anything here that works with having more of the same type. We could just randomly make something Psychic. Just to get rid of the... Just sell it as well. Or do we just energize Mewtwo? Is he... He's not even close to fully... Right. It was a good use for the card. More Mewtwo boost. I mean, this is also good for score later if we need him. We can make more aces. I want to make more wild cards, but I don't think I'm gonna find those things. Do we want to try to make it? We should make this, stick this on a anything with the red seal. And preferably clone it first so we have a backup. Maybe the smart way to do it. 3 random cards. Don't have room for that. It's just... We can't even get more value out of some of them. They are nuked that low. They're now worthless. Rhyhorn. Oh, he's a bit late for that guy now, but... It's not the Giga card. We can make another flower card. Sadly, it's not, again, not one of the red seal dudes. Do they have more? No, they don't. When it could. I think we used to do that, because then if I find a strength card I can make more aces that are wild cards. It's the biggest brain thing I can imagine. Delete aces, that's perfect for what we're trying to do. Where are we at in this? Are we are at the start. 31 E's. So now maybe we don't want to... I mean, I do want to make double negative tag, but I again have not kept track of the score, so... Maybe we need to Smeargle up something else. Like this guy. 1 round for another negative. Well, maybe. I still can't believe I've run the octopus twice and it's broken both times. It's a Ditto, it should not be alive. Let's just do the tag. If we don't survive, I'm gonna go to bed soon anyway, so we can just do it better next time. Yeah, maybe. It has to be something like that. But with... Do we not have to play all 4 suits? Do we have the flower cards active with 2 suits with this? I'm not actually sure how that works, but that has potential to be cool. Also worth a try. Because that could have been why it worked previously. Maybe. So we play 4 of a kind. We don't have a rock, sadly. I'm just gonna use this to get an item card also. It wasn't Temperance, but it's a very close guess. It is working with 2. Nice. So he's actually... That's like a super blueprint. Okay, so we have flower cards. Not guaranteed, but close. And a money man as well. Okay, he does a lot of things. But now we're dead. Too greedy. Because we can't Mega Evolve anyone. I can play 4 of a kind now without 2 retriggers. 3 retriggers. When did I get the 3rd octopus? Whatever. Yeah, we can try this. It's now a shiny 6, but we can make it a rock again, so that's fine. We have more aces. I mean... This is gonna be the end. Too greedy. Not surprised. But like, I have the save, so we can go back and do this better. But like, missing out on 3 retriggers, we have 2 more with the Heracross as well. If we boost him, like, this can go very far. We can... It's not gonna matter because we can't draw 2 more aces, but... More people, welcome. You're arriving just at the end, probably. I've beansed everything. But we can play the rock. So surely flower cards with this guy and Red Seal and as many ships as we can is the way to go. They're still ante 18, which could have gone way further, like we had more than double the score. But that's a pretty cool seed if you want to try the mod. It is also on the Discord. What, the star guy? You mean the Smeargle, or you mean the actual star guy that gave us some cash? I mean, cash is good. There's 611 jokers. Oh, well, that's with both. Okay, cool. That's a lot. The actual star guy. Yeah, cash is nice. I had a fantastic cash setup in the beginning with the one of the invisible disco men, but we sacked him at some point. But we can come back to this. I'm going to do, like, it will be random streams for now, and there will be a schedule at some point in the future, hopefully. Because that will be, well, better for everyone. But this was a good test. So I think I'm just gonna call it here, and I'll see you guys around. It's very nice to have some actual people to chat to. Not just talk to myself for 3 hours. And also, if you have any feedback on like what you would like to see in streams, what would work well for streams, what would make it more interesting, if you can just slap that in the comments, that would be amazing. Yeah, just do Infinite Showman. I have to, that's on the list as well. Just, we throw out the Showman so much, so if we can just at some point make 20 Showman, 50 of him, whatever, that would be nice. So it's just so nice to know that some people also like the videos. Like, it's a lot of work to do them currently. It's fun as well, so I'm not gonna stop. But if they can grow as well, that would be amazing. Like, imagine being able to just play Balatro on the internet for a living. That sounds insane. Yeah, there's going to be a Showman only at some point. We have to somehow cheese the score so we can live and do Showman only. I guess it has to be like, what's his face called? Perkeo Observatory. We can live off planets alone, and then the whole Joker pile can be Showman. Like, it's possible. It's just, as always, super hard. How do we get 50? Yeah, then he actually scores as well. That's a good point. We need Mewtwo to disco up all the Showmen. Is there a mod that allows you to make, like, could you have a red seal, glass card, disco showman? That would be something. Or a steel showman. Like, I would like to just mix everything. That's what I want out of any roguelike. Just allow combinations of literally everything, even though it is fully insane and makes no sense. But then he would throw him out and he would come back in the same throw. That's bad. Because he would sneak back in the same slot and we can't have whatever else we would have. Yeah, boom. I was considering making an edit like that with some card, but it was too complicated. But anyway, I'm gonna call it now. There is a mod. Yeah, maybe that's scripted. Like, we need to look that up as well. That would be cool. And I will do more streams. I just don't know when for now. So thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you around.